The Gouna Pass is a 4-kilometer-long gravel road connecting the Gouna forestry village in the north with the Old Cape Road close to the Samola Golf Estate. It's a spectacular drive through dense indigenous forests with amber tumbling rivers. It's also sometimes confusingly listed as the Komsepat Pass, as this is the access road from the west to the magnificent forest drive of the same name. Despite the easy average gradient of 1 in 30, many parts of this pass, especially on the eastern side of the valley, range between 1 in 5 and 1 in 8. Some of these steeper sections have been concreted to aid traction. Together with Komsepat, the two roads form an exceptionally scenic loop north of Knysna and can be driven in either direction. In fair weather, the road is suitable for all vehicles. We filmed this pass from north to south. The pass is actually quite short and it's all over in a few short minutes, but it does pack a scenic punch and technically it's second to none. If you have the time, find a quiet spot along the roadside or near the river and spend some time enjoying the beautiful tranquility. This road is very popular with mountain bikers, so please keep a lookout for them. It takes a little over 10 minutes to drive the pass excluding stops. The speed limit is between 40 and 60 kilometers per hour, but a lot slower than that is actually better, safer and more enjoyable. This road is generally well maintained, but like all gravel roads, it is subject to corrugations and water erosion. Initially, the road descends and undulates along a ridge of the mountain, offering glimpses of densely wooded valleys on both sides of the road. A few private small holdings appear, and along this section care should be taken as there are often animals and pedestrians on this road. A few fairly sharp S-bends follow as two side streams are negotiated and the vegetation suddenly gets much denser. A road sign warns of a steep descent coming up, and steep it is. It's best to gear down to a lower gear and use engine compression to control your speed rather than brakes, as within 100 meters the gradients will reach 1 in 5. Some steep cuttings appear on the right and suddenly a magnificent view reveals itself on the left. Two tributaries of the Gouna River cascade down into the deep valleys. The views can only be appreciated by stopping your vehicle and walking right up to the catchwall edge. Continue a little further to find a safe spot to park. At the apex of this hairpin bend, some large and old grey tree trunks appear clearly visible. These are old blue gums which were ring-barked many years ago. They clearly mark the sharpest bend of the pass, which is a 160-degree hairpin. A low cement catchwall has been erected for most of this section and is painted yellow and black. This is also the steepest point on the pass, and the road surface has been concreted here to aid traction, making it possible to drive this pass in a normal car. The road is wide enough at the apex of the hairpin to accommodate 2 to 3 vehicles. Make absolutely sure that your handbrake is fully engaged and switch your vehicle's engine off and leave it in a low gear for extra protection. Now relax and enjoy the sights and sounds of the Gouna River Valley with its birdsong and magnificent views. The careful observer might even catch a glimpse of the scarlet wings of the Knysna lory. Next up, you have a winding descent of almost 900 meters, which includes multiple S-bends and almost no straight sections. Because the valley is so densely wooded, the sounds of car engines is muted and vehicles seem to appear suddenly around the corners without warning. Cyclists in particular need to be aware of this phenomenon. Knysna's recorded history dates back as far as 1760, when the first Europeans arrived to settle in the area and the farm Melkote Kraal was established on the eastern shore of the Knysna lagoon. Stephanus de Blance, the first European farmer to settle in the area, was given a loan permit to farm here in 1770. Upon moving to Knysna, George Rex, a British-born entrepreneur credited as being the founder of Knysna, acquired the loan rights to Melkote Kraal in 1804 and later in 1816 to the farm Welbedacht, which he renamed Eastford. Rex donated 80 acres of land of Eastford to the colonial government, on which the Royal Navy established the township of Melville. By 1882, the settlements of New Haven and Melville were amalgamated to form the municipality of Knysna. The forest canopy starts closing in over the road, and here you'll see many fine examples of Outeniqua yellowwoods. At the bottom of the descent, the road swings to the left and suddenly the river comes into view. The road crosses the river via a low-level concrete bridge which regularly suffers damage during periods of heavy rainfall. Be sure to watch part 2 of the Gouna Pass.